DC is one of the top of the list for us. You look at Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman. These are brands that are known everywhere in the world, and the ability to drive those all over the world with great story is a big opportunity for us. We have done a reset. We've restructured the business where we're going to focus, where there will be a team with a 10-year plan focusing just on DC. It's very similar to the structure that Alan Horn and Bob Iger put together very effectively with Kevin Feige at Disney. We think that we could build a long-term, much stronger, sustainable growth business out of DC. And as part of that, we're going to focus on quality. We're not going to release any film before it's ready. We're not going to release a film to make a quarter. We're not going to release a film the focus is going to be how do we make each of these films in general as good as possible. But DC is something that we think we could make better, and we're focused on it now.
So I apologize for playing the David Zaslav Warner Bros. Discovery earning call section for DC Studios again, because we know DC Studios is coming, is because the reason I played it again is they want to focus on Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Now, we know the Flash movie is 100% coming out because they've spent $200 to $300 million already on it, and he gave a little paraphrase of how it's already terrific, but they can make it so much better. So yo, what is freaking good YouTube? Warstu here. If you are new around, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, pop culture-based content that we do on a weekly and daily basis. If you could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and comment down below, do you agree with what I'm about to say in this video? So if you also could check us out on Instagram at Warstu, that'd be much appreciated. And also if you could check us out on Twitter, Warstu G. Right, let's get into this video. So David Zaslav's like, yo, we've seen Shazam 2, we've seen The Flash, they're terrific, but we can make them better. So as we know, the cancellation of Batgirl, there's many actually rumors and speculations about why they were actually cancelled. It comes down to the new mission statement and the 10-year plan going forward, but realistically, this new year 10-year plan, it's nothing that hasn't already been tried before. It's not really a new plan because we know they're still releasing Aquaman, Shazam 2, Black Adam, and The Flash. Now we know they cancelled Batgirl. Allegedly, it's due to the quality of the movie, but there are rumblings going around the internet that they don't want wokeness. They don't want DC to be faced. What I mean by that? I mean, they don't want DC's figure front people to be all female, which I get it. I mean, the Holy Trinity: Gal Gadot Wonder Woman, Ben Affleck Batman, and Henry Cavill Superman. The Holy Trinity. Now, we did hear they were going to make a Sasha Calle Supergirl movie with Gal Gadot and with Batgirl, etc. But I don't really think that is true. And we also have some information that the Sasha Calle Supergirl movie has been cancelled. But what I find fascinating and endearing about this is we don't actually know if they hired script writers, if it was that far into development. We just know there was plans. So how does this affect the Flash movie? So if Michael Keaton was going to replace Ben Affleck, that's not happening anymore because literally the Batgirl movie was kicking off the new universe. So Michael Keaton is no longer needed. Don't get me wrong, he's probably still going to be in the Flash, but at the end of the movie there will be massive reshoots and it will be Ben Affleck Batman at the end of the movie instead of Michael Keaton. But the more interesting part is Superman. Now, according to Eric Davis and Umberto Gonzalez from The Wrap, Henry Cavill could be Superman again. Oh, but the new report came out today saying, someone spoke to Henry and he doesn't want to do it. But what I find it interesting is in the Flash movie, careful spoilers, I don't want to particularly ruin your life, if this would ruin your life, is Supergirl was supposed to be replacing Kal-El, and baby Superman, baby Superboy at the time, I guess, would die. And it would be Sasha Calle Supergirl going up against Fiora at some point in the Flash movie, and also going up against Zod, and then the Flash running up in the background. But if that's going to play out, then they won't have Superman at the forefront. Now, there's lots of speculation and accumulation going on behind the scenes that they don't even know if it's Henry Cavill Superman, because we had this Black Kal-El movie that JJJJJ was making, allegedly. What's happened to that? We don't know if that's going to be the case. But if this is the case, then I think they're going to mainly chuck Supergirl's part out of the movie when she's fighting Zod. I think that whole scene will be scrapped. But that is a very expensive part of what I presume are mostly VFX, with her flying and doing laser eyes and craziness. So I don't know what to think of this new news that's come out, because everyone's like, yo, the SnyderVerse timeline has been restored. Well, I guess in terms of continuity, it will be on the SnyderVerse continuity, but whatever happens in the Flash movie will kick off the new timeline, which is supposed to be similar to Marvel. So does that mean standalone Batman movie, standalone Superman movie, Wonder Woman 3, because that's pretty much what they did in phase 1, and then they led up Justice League 1. But we still could get Justice League 2 and 3 in a roundabout way, because even if Zack Snyder doesn't come back, if they're still using the same actors, now what's funny is they're like, Henry Cavill's 39, he's too old. Gal's not going to do it for another 10 years. I'm thinking, Paul Rudd's in his 50s, okay? He's got a very good skincare routine. This video is not sponsored before you go into that. So Paul Rudd's well into his 50s, and he's the main lead of Ant-Man, and will most likely be in an next Avengers movie. Not only that, Robert Downey Jr. played Iron Man for over 10 years, I believe it was, and he played Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, or whichever variant you want me to say, for 10 years. So get this freaking narrative out of your head that Henry Cavill is too old, that Ben Affleck is too old, that Gal Gadot won't be able to do this for another 10 years. Now, I don't really like the fact of a 10-year plan, because plans that don't normally go well. Now, if you look at it, Marvel didn't have a plan. They really didn't have a plan. They were winging it. They even admitted it recently. The whole Thanos thing was not planned out. Endgame, yeah, it was a loose plan. And if you do look at some TV series, when they're locked in to a certain amount of seasons, it kind of like, yeah, has to be the end point. So it's better if they don't know what the end point is. Now, I get it. I put up a tweet up earlier saying, oh, why is there some Snyderverse fan getting annoyed because Justice League 2 and 3 was going to reboot everything anyway? And they're like, cool, but let that play out. It still could play out, because Affleck came back just as Alan Horn came back to the company after being at Disney for multiple years. It still could be somewhat a Snyderverse-based continuity, but there will have to be major reshoots for the Flash movie. Because although they say it's terrific and it tested in the 80s, and the 80s is okay, but the Flash movie was supposed to be the be and end all. Anyone that's read comics knows how great the Flash is. Now, regardless to what Ezra Miller does in his personal life and this crazy weirdness he's doing that a lot of people would make out it's not actually him doing it and it's all lies, but the Business Insider reported it. That's a fairly respected paper, fairly respected trade to report it. So people are saying that Barry Allen, played by Ezra Miller, who also plays an evil version of Barry Allen within this movie, they're saying he absolutely kills it, but it only got an 80. So I think the main problem with this Flash movie is the villain should be Reverse Flash. They need to add Reverse Flash into it. If you're going to build a continuity and a coherent universe within the DC timeline, regardless to if the Flash is going to be recasted, he will be recasted. Bring your boy Grant Gustin in. They've recently just cancelled the Flash TV show on the CW. Now, I think that should have happened a long time ago. This YouTube channel literally started on covering the Flash TV show years ago. The Flash is literally in the intro, outro, banner, and channel logo. The Flash is one of the greatest, if not the greatest character ever. But they should have cancelled that show a long time ago. Now, I'd be cool if they just bring Grant in. It's like, yo, Grant is the new Flash for the movies. I think he's got enough talent. He really has enough talent to do it, but it would confuse a lot of people. So bring the new Flash in at the end. But this whole Superman has a franchise. On the franchise list, it was Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. So whoever is playing Superman in this movie, because if you go back to the old report, there was a report that Superman was on set. It keeps coming up that Superman was on set. So I don't know what to make of that. I've been told the Flash has a scene with Superman kind of within this movie in some paradox sense. So I don't know what to make of it, but there has to be massive reshoots. And yes, there will be reshoots. But what is interesting is the directors recently came out and said they're not delaying the Flash. That's even more suspicious, because then that would mean that Aquaman and Shazam 2, Aquaman 2, Shazam 2, have unofficially been rumored to be being pushed back to the end of 2023, which would mean the Flash would come out before Aquaman and Shazam 2, meaning Batfleck is still Batman post the Flash. When the Flash comes out, this is very pinnacle. And the reshoots are very pinnacle. Now, we here on the Warstu channel, I will be covering all the reshoots to do with The Flash, Aquaman, if there's any more, and also Black Adam comes out in October. I don't think there's going to be any reshoots there. There's already been reshoots. We don't know what's happened. Apparently, your boy Henry Cavill Superman's in there, but he wants too much money, but he already makes $1 million an episode for The Witcher. So it's very hard to interpret what people are saying. Because it's all right, people saying, yo, Warstu, you were wrong. Literally no trade insider, no one that works for publication, no Twitter scooper, no kind of low-level scooper. No one knew Zaslav was going to cancel Batgirl. No one said it. It's all right, people guessing, but no one was like, yo, they're going to can a movie that's in post-production, that spent over $70 million, it's got Michael freaking Keaton in it, and it still get axed. So don't come at me going, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Plans changed. Zaslav was like, yo, let's get rid of it. It doesn't align with whatever the mission statement is going forward. So guys, there will be huge reshoots for The Flash. Interesting. You're going to have to pay careful attention to all the information that leaks on Instagram and Reddit and all this kind of stuff. Because I do think Supergirl will still be in the movie for sure, but I don't think that Superman will be dying. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu. Be much appreciated. Check us out on Twitter. WarstuG, and please like, subscribe, and comment on this video, and let me know what else you want me to cover next on the Warstu channel, and I will catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch you later.